Hey guys, Chad here at Strength Rebels. We're going to do a little quick breakout from our positional screen, reminder of our big top-down, bottom-up approach in our assessment model that we're using. The very first approach that you're going to have with any person that you're working with or client you're working with is the positional screen. Now what we want to do is talk a little bit more about the bottom, the relaxed squat position, and why we use this as our first line of defense in watching and looking at athletes. So I'm going to get Scotty to drop down into just a relaxed bottom position. Traditionally as a coach, I would not talk a lot about how to do this. I would just simply ask a person to drop into a bottom squat with their feet around shoulder width apart. So heels to shoulder width position, go ahead and just drop down. And we're not actually asking the athlete to do a lot of things here. I just want to see, or what we want to see is what's happening. What is the natural position that our athlete falls into? So from a front position, we see this. Scotty can turn sideways, show us to the side. Good. Perfect, good. So what you're typically going to see when we go through these patterns, guys, is what you're watching for as a clinician is you're watching for foot position, knee position, spinal position, hip position, okay? As well as spinal position, the whole spinal position from the lumbar all the way up through the thoracic. Now when we start seeing this, the first thing that we would like to see is we'd like to see, again, going back to our 4 basic rules of squatting, we'd like to maintain a flat foot position. This is primary at first. So if we're not on a flat foot, so if we're up on our toes, Scotty, right up on your toes, you'll see a lot of athletes in this position. I would ask Scotty simply move around until you can find a bottom position that is most comfortable, that you can maintain flat feet. Go ahead and pop up. Now once that athlete's found the bottom position with the flat foot position, this is traditionally where we're going to use the assessment, or we're going to continue the assessment from. And in this position, what we then be looking for is what's happening to the foot, the knee. Are the knees going valgus? Are the feet turning out, rotating in? How much spinal degrees, or how much flexion of the spine are we getting? Okay, so back down to the bottom. Okay, and again, what you're using this for is only a tool as to what you're going to, pieces of information, that you're collecting from your athlete that you're going to use later on in the actual squat assessment, okay? So turn to the front, Scotty, and show us a valgus knee position. So knees coming in, and you'll see how the feet moving as well. Pop back up again, and show us one where your toes are going to turn out as you come down to the bottom. So toes rotating out, you lose your knee tracking. Again, so these are all things that we're going to piece together in understanding the squat position of the individual we're working with. Again, from the side, Scotty. And again, when we go to a relaxed bottom position, pretty much all athletes are going to lose their spinal position. It just comes down to what degree, okay? And then where also through the segments are they losing it. Again, these are all just tools that we're collecting, data that we're collecting, so that we can understand how best to teach our athlete to squat once we go back to the actual assessment model, okay? Pop it up, Scotty. Perfect. Thanks a lot, guys.